Hello friends, today let's continue with our look into the Tao Te Ching. Chapter 26. The heavy is the root of the light. The still is the master of the restless. Therefore, the wise person travels all day but never loses sight of their luggage. Though there are magnificent sights to be seen, they remain serene and unperturbed. Why? Because they are at peace with themselves. When one is at peace within, the outside world cannot disturb them. The wise person knows that stillness is the way to mastery. Chapter 27. A good traveler leaves no trace. A good speaker makes no mistakes. A good reckoner needs no counting sticks. A good door needs no bolts, yet cannot be opened. A good knot needs no rope, yet cannot be untied. The wise person acts without acting, teaches without speaking, and leads without force. This is the way of the Tao. Chapter 28. Know the strength of a man, but keep a woman's softness. Be like the valley of the world, for the valley will always be full. The wise person is the valley, while the people are the mountains. The valley nourishes the mountains, and yet never competes with them. In this way, they act as the perfect complement to one another. Chapter 29. Do you want to improve the world? I do not think it can be done. The world is sacred. It cannot be improved. If you tamper with it, you will ruin it. If you treat it as an enemy, you will not be able to conquer it. The wise person leaves the world as it is and lets the Tao guide their actions. By doing so, they bring peace to the world. Chapter 30. Whoever helps the ruler of the state with the Tao will find that the people will become more peaceful. If they try to force their will, the people will become more rebellious. The wise ruler knows that the way to guide the people is not through force. They remain humble, patient, and calm. Through their own humility, the people will follow naturally. In this way, they align with the Tao. Chapter 31. Weapons are instruments of fear. All creatures hate them, therefore those who follow the Tao do not use them. A wise ruler, when they have no choice, uses them reluctantly. They use them but do not take pleasure in them. Victory in battle is not glorious, and the wise person does not rejoice in killing. When they must fight, they fight to restore balance, but not to conquer or dominate. Chapter 32. The Tao is forever nameless. Though it is small, it is capable of transforming all things. If rulers would observe the Tao, all things would be in harmony. But when the world becomes too busy, they become blinded to it. The wise person knows that to govern well, one must be aware of the Tao's quiet presence. In this quietness, balance is found. Chapter 33. Knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. If you realize that all things change, there is nothing you will try to hold on to. If you embrace the Tao and its constant flow, you will be free from the pull of attachment. In this freedom, true wisdom is gained. Chapter 34. The great Tao is all-encompassing. It flows everywhere, within all things. It is the root of all that exists, and it never becomes exhausted. Those who follow the Tao will never fall. They will find peace and tranquility. It is ever present, yet invisible, and it nourishes all things without effort. The wise person follows the Tao and experiences its constant support. Chapter 35. Whoever holds the Tao in their heart will have peace. The great Tao is like a deep well, its depths unmeasurable, yet it quenches all thirst. Those who seek to gain from it will never be disappointed, but those who seek to dominate will find it elusive. The wise person knows that it is not by force, but by surrendering to the Tao that true power is found. Chapter 36. If you want to shrink something, you must first allow it to expand. If you want to weaken something, you must first allow it to grow strong. If you want to discard something, you must first allow it to flourish. This is the way of the Tao. It teaches us to be patient, to allow things to unfold in their own time. The wise person does not rush to destroy. They allow things to evolve and change naturally. Commentary. As we continue through chapters 26 to 36 of the Tao Te Ching, we see more deeply the principles of humility, balance, natural flow, and non-action. In our modern world, these ideas seem foreign to many of us who are driven by ambition, competition, and the constant push for achievement. But the teachings of the Tao Te Ching show us that true wisdom lies not in forcing outcomes or seeking domination, but in being attuned to the natural rhythm of life. In today's fast-paced society, we often feel overwhelmed by the noise of the world, the hustle of work, social media pressures, and the constant need to do more. But the wisdom of the Tao encourages us to pause, to be present in the moment, and to find strength in stillness. Rather than constantly striving, the wise person is able to act with calm, to influence without force, and to lead by example. The teachings invite us to reflect on our own lives, whether we're rushing, seeking approval, or forcing outcomes, and to recognize that often less is more. The chapters we've discussed remind us that the path to peace, whether in our inner world or in our interactions with others, is not through force or striving, but through acceptance, patience, and humility. As we begin to let go of the need for control and embrace the flow of life, we begin to find the balance that brings true fulfillment.